What's up? What we got in here? We got LFL. Oh, LFL, my wife was asking about you. About a shirt or something? Let me know. There's something about a shirt or something? I don't know. She was asking if you were in the Discord last night, and I told her no, so. And hello, Pat. We'll wait for some people to get signed on here, and then we'll get into what we've all been seeing here with these top three. These are the big three, 1, 2, 3 right here, impact drivers on the market, and how this thing has been keeping right up with it. What's up, John Doe? Maybe we'll even test some more live tonight. What up, Apache? What up, Sharush? Everybody hear me okay? Anyone else go black? What do you mean go black? Can everybody see me and hear me? Okay, it's a you problem, Christina, because everybody else... What's up, Fred? Because everybody else can hear me and see me. So, I don't want to get into the subject just quite yet because I want people to get signed on. I don't want to be halfway through and have to retrack and explain what we're talking about. So we'll just give everybody a couple of minutes. What's up, Steve Ott? Yeah, LFL, if you got a shirt idea or something that you want, just email me the idea. My email is in my description on my page. Ryobi copter with heart. Apache's gone off the rails here a little bit. He's gone from Apache helicopter to Apache helicopter powered by Bauer brushed to whatever the heck it is now, Apache. It's too long to even read. What up, Chevy 5-speed? So, have you guys been watching all week long? Have you been watching this thing keep up? And, you know, when I did my live, what was that, Monday I did that? When I did my live with this and I was showing going up against these three monster impact drivers, people were saying, what up, Zach? People were saying, well, you're not using big enough fasteners. I was only using 8-inch timber locks. But I did try it once with the 3/8 by 6-inch Spax lag, power lag, and it tied the flex. So I said, screw it. We're just going to test all week long using those bigger fasteners. And I tell you what, it tied this, it tied this, and it tied this. Almost every time, bro. Every time I ran it, this thing tied these three impact drivers. So it begs the question. And it tied this. It had a 6 amp hour Forge lithium pouch cell battery on it. So this had every advantage, and it still can't. I think it even beat it by a smidge. So why does the tool world shit on this orange brand so much? Now, I don't want to sound like a fanboy, but when you're reviewing and you're testing out and you got you just got all these tools to test and try out, and you have used all these brands, and then you see what people say about this brand and how untrue it is, I don't know, it just kind of makes you a little peed off about it, you know? Because the truth is, this has got just as much power as these three impact drivers here. May it have just a tiny bit less power? Maybe. But does that split second of a difference matter in your day-to-day workday? No, it does not. It does not get you off the job site faster. It does not get your job done faster. It's cheaper than any three of these by a lot. than any three of these sitting up here right now. All three of these were $200 bare tool at one point. I know they've all had sales here recently, but when they all first came out, these were all $200 bare tool, $199. I think when Josh is done playing with his drills, you guys should watch me paint a new painting. What do you guys think? Well, go create a painting channel, babe. I mean, nobody wants to watch people paint on a tool channel. I'm kind of pushing it with the bowling stuff. But the only reason why I'm doing the bowling stuff is because I use a huge drill press to do it. So it's like I'm showing people the drill presses I use and the different tools I use in the shop. No, go frickin' create a paint. You already got your painting page on Facebook. Just make another one on YouTube and grow it, babe. People love that shit. You just got to do it and be consistent and have a vision, and don't listen to anybody who tells you you're crazy because of your vision. Because if I had $1 for every time somebody told me that, I'd be a fucking millionaire. So that's a funny story, LFL, Bob Ross. So last year, Christina came up to me and said, I want to be Bob Ross for Halloween, right? I'm going to go get like a fake beard and blah, 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 the painting easel and all that type of stuff, right? And I said, cool, I don't care. Do whatever you want to do, right? And then she goes, yeah, but I want you to be the happy trees. No, I'm not going to be a happy tree. That ain't happening, but thanks. If I paint his tools, you'll find me in pieces in the yard. Maybe. I came for the painting, to be honest. No, you didn't. You're such a liar. You're just trying to be nice. So, we got 31 people watching now. Good. So, why don't more people use these guys? I want to hear what you guys have to think. Why don't more people use these guys? They're cheaper. They're just as well made as these top three right here. DeWalt, Milwaukee, Flex. How come more people don't use these? This is actually, I dare to say, this is probably the lightest impact driver up on this table. Actually, these two are pretty close. These two are pretty close. This one's definitely heavier. Yeah. Oh, God. Now Pat's got to be Bauer Brush Garage powered by Hyper Tough. Pat, listen up. Yeah, it don't matter. Be you. I don't care. I could see Josh putting Christina into epoxy resin and never find her remains. She will be in a bowling ball. That's how you hide it from the feds, man. That's how you hide it. You just throw the parts in a epoxy table, pour dark black epoxy over, bada boom, bada bing. Now you're just a table that nobody suspects anything is going on. Hi, Pat Power Brush Garage Power Tough. You guys are fucking crazy. So, how come people don't use rigid, guys? Tell me why people don't use these. For the most part. You know what I mean? Why ain't this more popular with the everyday public? Because honestly, this fits in both genre. You know, a professional could use these tools, and a homeowner could justifiably have these tools at their home for their various DIY projects. They fit in the middle there where they can be interchanged with a professional or a DIYer or PTP. Careful, Yogi's going to call the feds next. Let him. I don't care. He can go get, hey, boo-boo, where's my pig and egg biscuits? So what do you guys want to do tonight? You let me know. I wanted to kind of talk about how this thing has been literally keeping up with these three bomb-ass impact drivers. I don't like this one. This is probably my least favorite one out of the four. It just rattles. It's just, I don't know. I don't like it. It's not smooth. Oh, there's a lot of P's and T's up on the screen going on right now. And no, there is no $5 drills. Maybe there's $100 drills, but there is no such thing as $5 drills. Yeah, but I'm going to be honest. I think it's more close to a professional tool than it is a DIY type tool. I think that's more of the line of like Hercules, Ryobi, Skill, Craftsman. This is just so much better than any one of those brands. This brand as a whole is so much better than Craftsman. Agree? I think everybody would agree with me on that. This brand is so much better than Skill. Agree? I agree with that 110%. This brand is way better than, what was the other one I said? Ryobi. It's way better than Ryobi. Okay? And this brand is definitely better than Hercules. Okay? And I like a lot of Hercules stuff. There's some stuff that they haven't got right, but as far as them copying other tools and bringing them to the market, there's some good value there in some of their tools. They just don't have a big enough lineup yet. Yeah. Yeah, Sebastian, I agree. I don't want to outbid Apache. Yeah, this is definitely better than Hercules in my mind. I know there's so many people out there that call Hercules professional level tools. They just aren't. There may be one-offs in there. Like, I've been using that die grinder, that right angle die grinder at work for the last 3 or 4 months. The handle's literally been on its last legs, and I can't believe it hasn't broke off yet. But other than that, the thing still works really good. So there are occasionally one-offs to that, rule of thumb. But, like, their grinder sucks. Okay? The Hercules grinder sucks. It's basically a Bauer grinder with a Hercules name on it. It just is. You want to know how I know? Because I opened up, they're the same exact thing. Their hammer drill is pretty good. Would I consider a professional level tool? No, their impact driver is pretty good. Could a professional use those in a setting? Yes, but most likely they're probably going to end up breaking a few times within that 5-year warranty. As long as it's under the warranty, but after that warranty's over, I mean, you're going to end up having to buy a new tool. I firmly believe in all my heart that this brand could stand up to the everyday rigors of a professional. You want to know how I know? Because my impact wrench has been my go-to at work for 2 years now. And there has never been an issue with that thing. It just keeps chugging around. Now, mind you, I take very good care of my tools. Every 6-7 months, I open up the impact wrench and I slab a little red and tacky in there. So I keep them greased up. I take care of them. I wipe the gunk off of them once a week. I don't let them get all grimed up and shit. So I guess I'm different than most people. Most people just abuse them and throw them around and that type of stuff. That just isn't me. I pay too much money for them. I want them to last. You know what I mean? Yes, Souls, I agree. But what I'm trying to say is, that's exactly what I was trying to say. They're not a professional level tool. There are some one-offs that are very, very good. Like I've been using that die grinder every day. The handle's getting a little wonky, but everything else on it works great. And I really can't complain about it for $59. I just can't. But, excuse me, guys, I'm coming down with a cold. I just had to do a bunch of work at the pro shop. I had dust going everywhere. The vacuum fucking blew up on me today. I had dust clouds everywhere in the shop. All I was doing was cleaning dust. I got it all in me. I feel horrible. I'm sniffling. I tried taking a shower and getting it all out. I couldn't get it all out. I think I need to go get a one of those dust extractors for the shop. I just think it's time. I think the technology's there. I looked into dust extractors like 10 years ago, and they were like $1,000, and they really didn't do that good of a job. So I chose not to do it and just stay with the old rigid shop vacs. Well, now other companies have these dust extractors for a couple $100 and stuff. I think I may try to give it a try here. Everyone follow the $5 drill channel. $5 Drill Fridays will be having a sale 2-for-1 on $5 Drill Fridays. No, there is no 2-for-1s when there's $5 drills. That's the whole point behind $5 drills. Apache. That Eddie, 1E, I'm a fan of... I don't know what that means, buddy. You may have to put that into, like, different terms here. New Milwaukee dust extractor looks nice. It's battery or plug-in. Yeah, I agree. It's also really expensive. If I were going to try anything first just to see how it looked, I'm not going to lie, I'd probably go try out the Hercules one for 300 some odd bucks and shove it in one of my shops, and it comes with the 5-year warranty. And if the thing clunks out on me because it can't handle the everyday rigors, you guys see how much, you guys see like small tidbits of me in the shop. But when I'm there for 8-10 hours a day, that fucking vacuum runs at least 6.5 hours every day, straight, just straight. So I think it's time to bite the bullet, and maybe I will try that Hercules dust extractor. I do like the DeWalt Stealth Sonic shop vacs. Maybe I'll try one of those, but I don't want to have happen what happened today, okay? I don't want the damn thing to blow up and fucking dust went everywhere. It almost got into all my finished epoxies that I had. That was all, I had just all poured them, and I had just gotten all the bubbles out of them. And then boom, the fucking shop vac blew up, and I was trying to blow air that way so it wouldn't get in the epoxy. It was a headache. Christina, I'll take 4 drills for $10. I'm pretty sure that's $2.50 drills, souls. $5 drills would be $20, sir. That sucks, souls. What did Souls say here? No deals. Yeah, I was at Lowe's today, and I tell you what, the deals were slim pickings, and the ones that were deals weren't even deals. They were just their regular price with a big old thing that said deal next to it. So don't be fooled. I'll have what Souls is having. Please send me the menu or QR code so we can submit our orders. Not happening, guys. As much as Christina... Here's the thing that Christina does not understand. Like, what are you going to make? What are you going to do with $5 drills, Christina? Like, even if we sell 100 of them, like, $500, it's not worth it. Yeah, Christmas deals always come after Halloween or right before Halloween. I always end up going in the Home Depot a few days before Halloween to kind of peek at the displays that they're putting up. Last year, I actually got a deal on something. They weren't even up yet. And I asked the guy if I could take one, and he said yeah. So that was nice of him. You just got to be nice to your local guys who work at Lowe's and Home Depot. You just got to be nice to them. They end up knowing who you are, and they look out for you in the end. Dizzy D. Hey, I was at Ace today. They have DeWalt Craftsman on sale. I also like to carry Milwaukee. Yeah, we were just talking about Craftsman. Like, if Rigid is in the same grouping as Craftsman to the general public, right, as a DIY type of a tool, then how the hell is Craftsman not out of business? How is Skill not out of business? How is Cobalt not out of business? How is Ryobi not out of business? How is Hercules not out of business? You want to know why? Because fucking Home Depot does nothing for this company that I'm holding in my hand. They're just letting it die. They put all their eggs in the 2 baskets, Ryobi and Milwaukee. And this poor company is left to just like sit there. And if you don't know, you're not going to know about it because they ain't going to tell you about it. That's what I see. You walk up and down Home Depot, deals on Milwaukee, deals on shit Ryobi, left and right. Looking around, there ain't no deals on Rigid. They may have a clamp fan or something for $50 or a 2 amp hour battery and charger for $50. You know, it's nothing to get excited about. Or a brush drill for $89. Put the high torque out there for frickin' whatever, 149 or 139 with the battery and charger. See how fast those things go flying off the shelves. Get people into your brand. I don't know. It frustrates me a little bit. Let's see. I need a M12 5 amp hour high output and 3 amp hour high output. They don't have 3 amp hour high outputs, buddy. They got 2.5 and 5. Actually, I got a few 5.0 high outputs brand new in the casing still. If you're interested, just let me know. When Rigid first started and cordless, their tools weren't great. Actually, they were garbage. Today, they're very good, but people believe that old reputation of today. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought DeWalt was shit for a long time. DeWalt was just releasing shit to release shit. They had a different line at Lowe's. They had a different line at Home Depot. They had all this bullshit. You didn't know whether you're coming or going. They were basically selling the same drill with a different model number on it. And I felt like a lot of that shit was garbage. And then a few of them kind of stuck a little bit. And now they're rebranding everything. But I don't know. I thought DeWalt was kind of shitty. That's why I never really got into them. And then I started getting into a few things of DeWalt. And I'm like, wow, you know, a few, like that miter saw. I love that miter saw. But I almost bought the Rigid. I had both of them in the cart. I almost bought the Rigid over that. And Souls told me, no, get the Flex Fold. So I did. And I am very happy with it. Hey, buddy, I said earlier, guess you didn't see it. How are you, Eddie? Well, making 15-second reviews. 15-second burst of power. Yes, I know it's what you do. He's definitely go-to number one when I got a question about something. Nobody else. Just Mr. Robert Tools with Souls. I don't even know what you guys want to do tonight. I don't know. I mean, I guess we could keep running this, but I've pretty much already shown it. Keeping up with these 3 top impacts right here. I don't know how much more's got to be said about it. It feels great in the hand. It's light. It's compact. They got good battery tech. No, there's not going to be any Bauer brush, guys. I'm taking back that Bauer brushless. I'm taking that back. There's no. It was just dumb of me to even buy that thing, but I think I was trying to prove a point with it, and I will not be buying the Peroni's diseased looking impact driver. Not happening. You do indeed, Sharush. I have a brush Bauer somewhere. I thought you blew it up, Souls. I thought you blew it up or caught it on fire or whatever you did there. If I buy a Bauer brush, will you test it? Sure, I'll test it. And then I'll give it right back to you. I'll show you how shitty it actually is. Bosch and Metabo is so underrated and hidden. Hold on. We were talking about this today. Bosch and Metabo is so underrated and hidden at Lowe's. Unless you knew there was somewhat of a sale, you would never know. Yeah, but guess what? You know, especially with Bosch, they hold out on us over here in the States. They got shit over the pond that would make Milwaukee's head spin. DeWalt's head spin, and they refuse to give us their tabless battery. They refuse to give us these cool... I watched their UK reveal the other day, and all these great tools that they're bringing out, ratchets, all kinds of good stuff, right? Circular saws, all kinds of next-gen stuff. Stuff that just looks awesome. But guess what? We're not going to be able to get it here. Not for a long time, but maybe not ever. So I think Bosch kind of does it. They do it to themselves. If they would put their focus in the American market, as Sol said in the Discord last night, that the U.S. market is going to end up being 50 some odd % of all tools, power tool sales, but yet they choose the U.S. market as their secondary market. They do it to themselves. And yes, get the fuck out of Lowe's. Go make a deal with Home Depot or whoever. Just get the hell out of Lowe's. Josh, don't answer that moron CAY. Didn't he just say, hi, how are you doing? Do not sell tools at Lowe's if you're serious about getting them in the hands of tradesmen. Yep. I agree. Why? Who is that guy? Who is he? Because I think all he said was, "How are you doing, Josh?" Is he kind of a jerk or something? Christina, why did you change your name to $5 Drills? Oh, he's asking how big my pecker is. Nice. Nice. You gotta love those crazy sons of bitches, right? There, my wife just answered. If he's so worried about it. I don't know. Remember, more than a mouthful is a waste. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. Just don't make a deal with Harbor Freight. They are a plumbing store. They specialize in selling pure shit. But they do have their spot, Apache. I mean, let's be. I'm not gonna hate on Harbor Freight. They have their place. It's just the idiots on the internet that choose to say these untrue things about it. You know what I mean? And a lot of the tradesmen or tradespeople or handy people or hardcore DIY people or woodworkers are starting to drink the Kool-Aid a little bit, and they're going to find out the hard way. What up, Shaka? Who passed away? Who? You guys ever watch Justin Dow? Did mechanic-oriented videos? I just seen the news on him. Real bad deal. What happened? I don't know who he is. But that's if he's a fellow YouTuber, that's sad. That's sad. I don't like to see that. A lot of people do. Just a guy. Yeah. But anyways, back to Harbor Freight. They got their spot in the world, right? And the Hercules line that's probably their best line of power tools that they've ever had. And they got their spot, and that's okay. They're cheap, pretty good tools from Hercules. Some are really good, some are dog shit. But when it comes down to being a homeowner, you don't really need to have a hole-to-wall collection, unless you want to. But Bauer, that shit's just junk. Warrior, that shit don't even work one time. The Walmart brands, Hyper Tough and Hart, you saw. Bought a Hart tool, took it out of the box, went live. Damn thing never even put in a fastener before it broke. Yeah, about the only thing that Harbor Freight has going for them, and I see this a lot in the, because I'm in the mechanic world. You know, I'm not in the carpentry or building houses world. But in the automotive world, there is a shit ton of Icon. Everybody's buying Icon. Because nobody wants to spend $500 on a set of wrenches on the Snap-on truck. Or $400 on the Mack truck. Or some rebranded garbage on the Mack Co truck. You know what I mean? When you can get the same wrench or even a little bit better wrench at Harbor Freight with a lifetime warranty, I can see why people are using it in the automotive world. I use it. I use them every day. And I haven't had one break yet. Eventually one will break. And when it breaks, I'll go in, I'll pop it on the table, and they'll give me a new one. You know what I mean? So I can see why people in the automotive world are gravitating to Harbor Freight. Because shit has gotten so out of hand on these tool trucks with the pricing and the quality not being there that I fully endorse people going and buying Icon. If you are a person getting into the automotive world as a tech or a mechanic or a master tech, anything that has auto body, anything like that, go buy your tools at Harbor Freight. Buy the Icons. Okay? Buy the Hercules Impacts. Okay? Get started. Buy those. They are more than good enough to get the job done. You do not need to go into $50,000 debt on a tool truck. Buy your toolbox. Buy your toolboxes, them American Generals at Harbor Freight. Don't be spending $32,000 on a tiny little toolbox from Snap-on. Why? So you can pull the drawer out and sit on the drawer? Who gives a fuck if you can sit on the drawer? I don't. I bet you if I sat on that Snap-on drawer, the damn thing would topple over. I guarantee it. So their pricings do not justify their value anymore. Back when Snap-on had all of the patents, especially for the anti-slip wrenches, when they had those patents and they were the only person that could sell that stuff, okay, I could see maybe shelling out a few $100 for a good set of wrenches that were going to last you a long time and have a lifetime warranty and have the convenience of the truck. But now that that patent's warrant has gone bye-bye, everybody and their mother has anti-slip wrenches. It doesn't have to be Icon. It could be Husky. It can be Gear Wrench. It could be Capri. It could be Tecton. I got so many names for you guys to where you could save 70 frickin' percent instead of buying on the Snap-on truck and literally get more value, very close quality, and will do the job exactly the same as the Snap-on. And don't buy Snap-on power tools. There is zero value in buying Snap-on power tools. They are ungodly expensive, they are outdated, and they have horrible battery technology. Don't do it. When it comes to tools, as a mechanic, warranty, sell singles and durable, a lot of brands, it meets the needs of a pro for a good price. Yeah. Montana makes some of the best tool carts, cabinets, and tech carts, but never get mentioned. You know, Montana doesn't get mentioned that much. You're right. You know, I'm glad you mentioned them because they do got some good shit. You're right. They also got really good, like, drill bits and stuff, and they got really cool stuff. You know how you got that stupid flip skill drill? Well, Montana has a product where it's like a quick insert collet type of a thing, and you can flip it around, and it goes in any one of your drills or impacts. For what? $15 or something like that. Montana's got some good stuff. Souls is right. As someone who has had a Snap-on box, who's had a Snap-on box and has an Icon, there is absolutely no comparison. What do you mean by there is absolutely no comparison? You mean no comparison as in the Snap-on is just way overpriced? Is that what you mean? Because if that's what you mean, I agree. Because the quality of the toolboxes are not 1,000% better on the Snap-on truck. They're just not. But that's what they're charging you more. They're charging you 1,000% more. My toolboxes, I bought one at Harbor Freight at the parking lot sale. It had a little defect in the paint. So the tool cart that was originally, I think, $149, I ended up getting for $79. And then my tool cart that I wheel around with me everywhere is also a US General, and that was originally $129, and that also had a tiny little flaw in it. And I ended up getting that for $59. Okay, so if you bought those two things on the Snap-on truck, you're probably at least $5,000 in. $5,000. So I spent $150 to get damn near the same type of thing that somebody is spending $5,000 on. It's a tool cart. It's not even a tool. It's a toolbox. It sits there to hold your tools. I don't get how they sell these things. I see these videos on the TikTok and on the social media. This guy spends $100,000 on his toolbox. And of course, he's got the dual cabinets with the overhead and all the fancy shit. And the thing's probably, I don't know, 20 feet long. Okay. But $100,000 is a house. It's literally, you can go fucking buy a house for that. Why do people spend house prices on a fucking toolbox that sits there, the whole tools? I don't get it. It does not make any sense in my brain. Yeah, and that's another thing I hear. Yes, well, Snap-on makes me, I can make payments with Snap-on. So you're paying an interest rate now on that, because you can't just buy an $80,000 toolbox on the Snap-on truck and have it be on a truck account. You got to go through corporate and get their Snap-on credit card, okay? You're now paying 20% and higher interest rates on that $80,000. So when it's all said and done, you're going to be $150,000 into it. Now that's a house with a fucking in-ground pool on a toolbox. It's maddening to me. Yeah, payments for the rest of your life. That's exactly right, Sayer. That's so right, it's not even funny. The Wrangler stars of the world are the ones buying Snap-on. I hear ya. My cheaper tools have outlived my Snap-on tools. I hear that, Sayer. What's up, Matthew? I didn't see you pop in. Y'all, it costs nothing and help out this channel. You don't need to do it necessarily a super chat to help out the channel. We can't even do super chats yet. We're very close to getting there, though. But thank you, Matthew. You know how you can, seeing how Matthew brought it up, you know how you can help the channel until I can actually get super chats up? You can help the channel by buying our merch and helping out Souls' channel by buying our merch. My wife has worked to the bone on that e-store. She's put in a ton of time on it, a ton of effort. If y'all really want to help out the channel and make my wife happy and make her feel like her time was justified, go pick up a coffee mug or something, or some stickers, or get some stickers and stick them to your toolbox. But yeah, that's how you can help out the channel right now. Head over to the merch store. We got the link in the descriptions and stuff of the channel. You can also head to Tools with Souls. He's got the links up to whether you want my merch or Souls' merch. It does not matter to me. If stuff is getting sold out of there, it would make my wife very happy. All right, and that's the last time you're going to hear about that. The point is, a like and a screen time is already a good thing. Yep, you're right, Matthew. I redid the store. Let's see what Christina said. I redid the store the other night, so it's easier to tell where Josh's stuff and Souls' stuff. Yep. I need my power brush first. The merch is like third. Second is a rotary hammer. Well, you got to look at the deals for the rotary hammer. Every once in a while, you can get a screaming deal on a rotary hammer. I got my Bosch rotary hammer for $39. It's like a $240 tool. This bad boy, and I've used it a bunch. I've used this a bunch. I've fixed a huge crack in the foundation with this. I've drilled into the brick out in the garage to hang shelves for Christina with this. I've done quite a bit of work with this, and the thing is just a dream to use. Probably one of my best buys ever right here. Got this for 39 bucks. Crazy good. Christina, you know what a rotary hammer is? It's a drill that drills in the concrete. Remember when we were hanging the shelves in the garage? And I had the rotary hammer and the drill and the tap cons and all that type of stuff. Remember that? Yeah, that's a rotary hammer. I want to do merch, but can't find a good tool manufacturer that will brand and drop ship for a good price. Well, what do you need a tool manufacturer to do merchandise for, Sarah? I don't follow, buddy. Because it has a hammer mechanism in it, babe, to go through the concrete. It's just not turning. It's so it hammers through the concrete. I'll show you later. Stop asking questions. Christina, I could explain why, but I would make you run out of your house screaming. I only want to do tools for merch. Some things people can use. I am just that way. Okay. I'm going to call it a bigger drill. She used to call impact. She's called impact drivers drills for years. I got her Ryobi brushed impact driver a long time ago because I figured it'd be easier for her to use. She calls it the drill. Go get me the drill. So when I go get the drill, she's like, that's not the drill. I'm like, okay. It is not a drill. Guys, tell her impact drivers are not drills. Please just tell her. I'm not arguing with you, Christina. She probably should have just called the trash. But I tell you what, that Ryobi brushed impact driver, that's like 10 years old, beat the brushless Bauer one, so it isn't at the bottom of the heap. Christina is only allowed to own Makita or Bauer. No, there will be no Makita because it is too expensive. And no, it will not be Bauer because that shit breaks like crazy. And I'd rather the tool last. No, she's got her little drill and her little impact driver now. She's all set. She just never knows which one to pick up. So I got to set it aside and put it in her own little Christina pile. Yes, it's definitely still trash, Shaka. I agree. You just had a Makita video. Yeah, but I shot that footage a couple of months ago. I already took back that shit. I took it all back. Listen, that XGT 40 volt drill and impact driver kit with the 2 batteries and the charger, that's normally like 600 some odd bucks. They had it on clearance at Home Depot for under 200, and I said, it'll make for a good conversation piece on the channel. Maybe it isn't that bad, blah, blah, blah. I did get it for damn near 70% off, blah, blah, blah. Bro, I chucked up the drill with a drill bit. The very first hole I drilled with it, it dropped the bit. And I said, maybe I didn't have it in there right. right? So I do it again. Chuck it up, hit the record button, start drilling. The third hole on my video, it dropped the bit again. And it kept dropping bits, dropping bits, dropping bits. And then I called Makita. This is what I haven't told people. I called Makita and I said, guys, I think you have a problem with your chuck. And I don't know if it's just a one-off here or if you need to send me a new one. But I said, I'm going to be reviewing these on my channel, and I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt by trying to make this right. You know what they said to me? Well, you just don't know how to properly chuck up a Makita drill. That's what they said to me. And they started explaining to me how to chuck up a drill. Now, you guys all know what I do for a living, right? I chuck up a drill all day, every day for the last 15 fucking years, okay? And I said to him, I said, are you explaining to me how to put a drill bit in a chuck and secure it? Because if you're explaining me how to do that, I'm hanging up the phone. Bro, your chuck sucks. And then I watched Souls' videos and Tactics videos and even Tinker with Tools. Even though he loves that piece of garbage at Tinker with Tools, he kept having issues with the drill bit dropping out of the chuck. And I even said something in one video. I said, well, why do you like it so much if it keeps dropping the bit and it can't secure the bit? He goes, well, I think that's a me problem. I said, it's not. It's not a you problem. It's a them problem. And they refuse to take care of the problem. Well, I still think it's the best high torque hammer drill on the market. And I said, well, good for you. And I never watched them again after that. Step 1, throw Makita in the trash. Step 2, repeat. Step 1, every time you buy a Makita. But how crazy is that though, guys, right? They're telling me how to chuck up a drill. Like I'm some fucking housewife or something. By the way, the board doing the halftime show got dressed in the dark. The broad, is that what you meant? Oh, dang, asking to see $5 drills. Well, Apache, there isn't going to be $5 drills. Maybe $105 drills. Yeah, step 3, stop buying Makita. And I did. I did stop buying Makita. I also got the compact Makita stuff, the drill and the impact driver. I also got really old videos on that. Maybe I'll revamp them and re-edit them so that they look nicer, because I'm going to be honest, the first month or so of the channel, month and a half, the videos kind of sucked. I didn't know what I was doing. I was learning as I went and all that type of stuff. So maybe I'll go back, get all that Makita stuff, put it all in one video to show, and maybe I'll make it a long format video to show everybody just how horrible Makita is. I'll show you Christina's impact. Let me move these bad boys out of the way. So this is Christina's old impact. Look at that bad boy. The old brushed P237. It's got the selector back here. But I will say, it was a little ahead of its time. It had the tri lights on the front. When nobody had that. They had all the goofy shit down here, and a lot of companies still use the lights down here. I will say, they had that on there. I was kind of shocked when I bought it that they had those. I've bought the 40 volt XG 3 times or 4 times, and every single one of them had never, the chucks are fucking junk. And now this is supposed to be Christina's impact, the M12 3453, because it's small and compact for her, but she never grabs it. I don't know why. The Shaka. The Shaka. I will say, this thing, for opening up them blister packs, that's about all it's good for, because I don't know why people would use this to chop up cardboard. It makes no sense. It makes the job longer and harder. Just rip up the cardboard. You'll be done in 3 seconds. This thing here. But them blister packs, this thing is great for that. So you're not cutting yourself, or you're not getting out a razor blade and stabbing yourself. Punish Christina by making her use the Bauer. She won't like it. It's too heavy. That thing is so heavy. What did Apache say about a cutting board? Oh, cutting cardboard. Yeah. Everything else down there is one of 3 colors. So I just find the green one and I know it's right. Jesus. Apache, it's deeper, not faster. Got to get it right. And nobody says that in this house. Anyone want to come to California and get a great deal? On what? On flex tools? What do you mean? You got all kinds of flex tools just laying around? Damn, nobody says deeper. I don't know what that means. We're going to be in Reno in the spring, Apache. Maybe. Probably. I got to get my head out of my ass. And I got to get back to basics here. And I'm in a little bit of a slump. Here. I think it's because I'm not mentally ready for the season to be here, and it's here. And I just got to get my mind right. But hopefully by next spring, summertime, it's right, and I'm in Reno bowling with the team. Sharush is going to carpool with Juan. If that's the case, Sharush, I will give you the tools after suffering that much. I got something for Juan. I got something for Sharush. I'm hooking Sharush up with a flex tool. By the way, Sharush, you got to email me your the address you want me to send it to, buddy, okay? Well, let's see. I just shipped... Usually when I ship stuff to Souls through my account, I think I shipped the drill with the 2 batteries and the charger, snap-on drill. I think that was like $13 when I shipped it to Souls in Missouri. Now, shipping it to California, maybe double that. Maybe like $25 or something off the top of my head. And I think it depends on the part of California, too. If you're in like a woodsy, backwoods type of an area, it always costs more to ship it to those places. Yeah, Patchy, let me know what you got. Email me, man. I probably already have it, but if there's a few things I don't have and I can get it on the cheap or whatever, let me know. That's all good. It's all good. My entire lot is 5,000 square feet. We are nowhere near woodsy. Haha. No space for activities here in Southern California. Well, that's good. Apache, you should send me your address so I can check out if I can get you a little bit better rate or something. Just Just let me know, man. Whatever you want to do. What, this thing? I mean, it cuts the blister packs pretty good. It's all, the battery's also almost dead on it, because I do use it a lot to open up tools. It works good for that, and probably only that. Really, the best one of these, the best one on the market is the Skill one. Because, I don't know, it's just better. I will say once in a while the plastic gets caught in here and you got to kind of maneuver it. The Skill one, it doesn't do that. Skill one's more powerful. That's actually the best one on the market of these. Don't buy the Warrior one at Harbor Freight. It won't even cut a wet paper bag. Yeah, you can still use a utility knife, sure. But I'd rather just zip it and be done and not fuck around with it for 5 minutes. The Skill one is the best one. It is. If I had to do it over again, I would have got the Skill one instead of this one. And you get more with the Skill one. You get a real 12 volt. It's a 12 volt tool. This is only 4 volts. And you get a charger. You get more with the Skill one for the same price. That's why whenever people say, oh, well, Ryobi stuff is just so cheap. No, it's not. It's not that cheap. The One Plus stuff, the One Plus HP line, that stuff is not cheap. Like when you compare it to other cheap brands like Craftsman or Hercules or Bauer or Skill, it's not that cheap, guys. I always wanted to try out them titanium scissors. She never used it. I will say Christina likes the little hand scrubber for dishes and stuff. She uses it, which means we're getting value out of it. She uses it every week, so. As long as she's using it, she likes it, that's all I care about. If it's easy for her to use and makes her life easier, I don't care what the name is on the side of it. You know, those goofy little tools that nobody else makes, kind of, you know what I mean? Now, the big Vortex scrubber, that thing's junk. Their power washers, they're fucking junk too. You saw it. The frickin' power washer thing that I bought, took it out of the box, hooked it up to the hose, went to go do a video, pressed trigger, and it just dribbles water out. And I have still not gotten a replacement for that because I haven't had time to go fucking register the stupid thing and then fight with them to send me a new one. I think I paid 20 some odd bucks for it during the holidays. I got to get on that. I broke the Ryobi scrubber, the big one, the first time I used it. Yeah, that big one, the Vortex one, that's not so good. But the little handheld one, the little one that comes with the little batteries, you know, the little one, it's good for little stuff. It's not meant for big stuff, but she does the dishes with it and stuff like that, so. I've got bandsaws, router, sander, 4 quick ejects. Jesus, what are you doing, Apache? Turbo hammer drill, compact drill, right-hand circ saw, sidewinder, angle drill, and much more. Do you got the rear handle? Oh no, I think we talked about that. You don't have the rear handle. If you got a grinder, if you got a flex grinder, yeah, if you got that flex grinder, I may be interested. We got to get Caleb Ross to join us. What do you guys think? We got to get Caleb to, he did say yes. We just haven't figured out when he can. So we got to get that figured. I got to send him a text. I think me and Caleb and both of our audiences, I think that would be good. I just think it would be really good. Oh, yeah? What rear handle are you thinking about? Caleb is good vibes for sure, and he has cool stuff and knows his stuff. Yeah, I like Caleb a lot. I do. I like him a lot. Put it this way. I wouldn't have asked him to possibly start this whole going live together thing if I didn't respect him or I didn't like him or got along with him. I would have never have even have mentioned it. I just think he's a good kid. Oh, Sharush. Hold on. I'll show you. Hold on. Here, Sharush. This is your impact driver. I'll even throw in the couple of bits it came with. I never even used them. It's only got one speed. But you don't got an impact driver, now you will. Sharush, I'll trade you the Den of Fools for a breath mint. What the fuck? One adds negative value. What up, Pine Tree? I'm doing good, man. Just another Friday night talking with all the degenerates. Sharush, stop trying to pawn Juan off. Where is Juan tonight? I even wore the shirt. That me and Souls have learned nothing from Juan. Christina, shut the door. I can hear myself talk. It's closed? Wow, that's crazy. I am not that loud. Guys, am I that loud? Am I that loud? We're going to make a store called Juan and Pawn. I'll buy tools off you, Josh. Let me know what you don't want. All right. There's some stuff that I may be willing to part ways with. Hey, Pat, you like that 10-inch miter saw? How's that working out for you? You can't keep up with the chat. Now, never mind if he's spamming, hi-hos, hit the likes, and yoo-hoos. What up, Danny? Oh, I can hear Sphinx. There goes Sphinx. He just came out of the ceiling and hopped down. Our cat, he lives in the ceiling. We live in the zoo, guys. We call this the zoo. Well, that's good that you like it. I'm glad that you like it. I caught 2x4s last week. That's good. Sphinx is a gangster. Did I ever show Sphinx you guys? He is a gangster. He's my buddy, though. He's my little buddy, man. I was gonna... God, I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna start talking about something I forgot. I forgot it was Friday. Working 7 days a week is so hard to remember. I feel you, Pine Tree. I feel you. I work 7 days a week too, brother. I don't remember shit. Hell, I spelled Souls' name wrong for like a month and a half straight and didn't even realize it. Not quite as cool as Batman, but still up there. Sphinx is my buddy, man. He only comes around me. He hangs out with me. I was embarrassed to tell you. Why were you embarrassed to tell me? I wasn't realizing it. And half the time, too, when I type something, it will autocorrect without me even realizing it. So I think that's what happened one time. And then I just got in the habit of doing it. Like, I don't know what happened, dude. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm spelling your name wrong. And then I looked, and I'm all like, oh, my God. You got to be embarrassed to tell me. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm shot, man. I'm shot. Like, I work too much. I don't get enough sleep. And I'm stressed out all the time. So my brain doesn't function as well as it once did. I may have Alzheimer's. I keep telling Christina that there's something not right. Because I used to remember everything. I could remember people's phone numbers from 12, 15 years ago, and I haven't called them in a decade, and I would remember the phone number. I never needed a planner. Everything just always fit upside here, and I would always remember. Not anymore. If I don't write it down, it don't get done. Hell, I went to the bank yesterday. I was depositing a check, and I was supposed to also deposit an extra $100. Well, I was in the process of depositing the check, and I forgot to deposit the $100. What are you doing, Josh? Like, what are you doing? People talking to me get a bad case of secondhand Alzheimer's. No, I don't want to make light of your situation. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I've been forgetting a lot of stuff lately. It may be the buffalo water. I fully agree with that. After forgetting to go to the bank 4 days running. No, I went, and they were closed due to renovations. I went. Oh, guys, I'm starting to run out of stuff to talk about. Bring up something. What do you want to talk about? I'm just here to serve you guys. I delegate Christina to be the bank runner. That way she can receive our $5. Nope. Let's go Buffalo, William says. I guess. I'm not a Bills fan. If you can't tell. I don't root against them, though. I hope they do well. You want to see more tools? Well, what tools do you want to see, man? Cut stuff with the rigid oscillating multi-tool. Okay. Here's how you can tell if you're starting to develop dementia. Do you drool? Do you stare at something for a long time, but not really pay attention to it? Do you repeat yourself when having... I don't know. I don't think I do them things, but maybe I do. Why is the 6.0 and 8.0 why is the 6.0 and the 8.0 Milwaukee batteries the same size? I don't know, and I did a video on that. My guess is that they wanted to save money by not having to make like a separate case for it, so they just used the same casing for the 6 and the 8. It's the same as Bosch. Their casing is the same for their 8 and their 6 amp hour battery as well. So it could be just a money thing. I lose time, souls, and have to set reminders for appointments. I hear you. So do I, man. If I don't set it in my calendar, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Pine Tree. Because the motherboard controls how much energy they'll draw from the batteries. Okay? We'll just put this multi-material. What do you want to see? What do you want to see? You want to see this cut through metal? What do you want to see? Screws? Stop it, souls. Don't be talking like that. You just got to keep taking it one day at a time, souls. Are you still going to the gym, Robert? You still going to the gym and trying to take care of your body? Is the 8 amp hour battery the biggest 20 volt DeWalt has without going to the flex volt? No, I'm pretty sure they got a 12 amp hour battery. Right, souls? DeWalt's got a 12 amp hour battery, right? I'm pretty sure they do. Really? They don't? That's shocking. I know they got a 12 amp hour flex volt battery. But they don't got a 12 amp hour regular battery. That's kind of shocking. I never really paid attention because I'm going to be honest with you, who really uses 12 amp hour batteries? Unless you're running a vacuum or a circular saw or a table saw, those batteries you're not using, you know, in tools like this. They have a 10 amp hour. Okay, so they got a 10 amp hour battery. I figured they would have to have a battery bigger than 8 amp hours. It honestly bothers me when Souls says that crap. We need Souls around here till he's at least 90. I agree. I agree. Souls, I'll take things the bear has never said for $1,000, please. They have a 15 amp hour flexible battery. I know. And they also got a 12 amp hour one too. All right. Let's go get you set up over here. Because if Apache wants something, well, we're going to do it, goddammit. Because he's Apache Helicopter. And he's just awesome. By the way, guys, this is a nifty little thing. I'm liking these. Not liking these. These are straight, pure garbage. I have a short video coming out on these sometime next week. I'm going to put my earbuds in. Cut some Bauer brush tools in half. I don't own Bauer brush tools there, Pat. I don't know how many times I got to tell you that. Hey, Apache, this one's for you, buddy. Look at this behemoth. Look at that fucking thing. Talk about a fucking man's tool. Oh, this battery's on. I tell you what, my Metabo batteries, they're all taking a shit. Look. Look. They're all taking shits. That says it's fully charged on my charger. So now that's 2 batteries within a month that have taken a shit on me. That's got some power. I'm almost out of nails. That's got some power. Let me take out these timber locks real quick. I have never hurt a single Metabo tool or battery. I'm telling you, that's 2 batteries here in a month that are taking a shit. I'll show you. This one too. Look, it won't even turn on anymore. It's completely dead now. Look. It's done. So the 8 amp hour and the 5 amp hour, done. And the chucks rust on these drills. I love this drill, but I'm having issues with them. I just am. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, Apache, you want to see it cut some stuff? Let's see. Let me get a couple of better blades. We're going to put a nitrous blade on it. Damn, I leave my batteries on a Metabo all year long. I hear ya. I don't have any PVC. I've been meaning to pick some up, but I haven't. I keep forgetting. I don't have any PVC on hand. All right. Speed 3, nitrous blade. Get you in on the action here. What, you want to see it go down in the wood like this? Let's see if we'll cut through the nail here. Struggles a little bit. If you put your other hand on top of the oscillator tool, you'll get a better control. Okay. Problem is, I don't know where to put my hands because they're always so big. Let's go all the way around the horn. Okay, now what? Yes, 8 Twinkies so the bear doesn't eat them too fast. I am done with this channel. Sorry. Okay. Oh, there's Juan. Hi, Juan. Why is Sayer done with this channel? I don't know what I did. Whatever. Scroll up and read Sayer's comments on Metabo. Okay. I don't know what I said to him. Josh, you cannot leave the batteries and the tools for Metabo. Yeah, but clearly I leave batteries in the tools for all the companies. So, I don't know. I've never had a problem with batteries dying because they were left in the tool. And that other battery started dying when it wasn't even in the tool. It was just sitting on my workbench. And I went to go put it in a tool and it said it was dead. And I went to go put it on the charger and it said it was fully charged. So I don't know what you're getting all butthurt about, Sayer. Don't get mad at me because I'm just sharing my experiences. That's all I'm doing. But if he wants to be done with the channel, be done with the channel. I don't give a fuck. Like, I didn't do nothing to that guy. All I showed was 2 Metabo batteries that are dying on me. That's all I showed. And that their drill chucks rust up a little bit. Just being honest.
Couldn't find any PVC, but I found a piece of gutter. You can do that.
I'm not cutting gutter. What did I miss, Apache and Sharouche? I don't know. I don't know what I missed either. I was just showing a tool, and I was showing the Metabo nailer, and I was just sharing how my Metabo batteries just started dying on me here. And I don't know, I guess Sarah didn't like that, but whatever. He doesn't have to like it. That's his choice. I'm just a guy showing tools. That's all I am. And I try to give everybody as honest of an opinion as possible. I'm not here to hurt people's feelings or anything. Juan, how was Lowe's clearance today? Did you get some new Cobalt tools? Keep them off the tool. Well, I'm just going to... Come here, guys. I'll just show you. Well, I'm not paying any attention to him, but he doesn't got to get all pissy like that for no reason. I was just showing how my Metabo batteries were dying. I mean, do you want me to lie and say, oh, these batteries have worked out great for me? I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to fucking piss anybody off, but if you look, every one of these tools has a battery on it. Because if it didn't have a battery on it, I couldn't keep everything organized. And then, whatever, I got batteries up here too, and I got Metabo batteries up here. Okay? But, you know, I was just showing how the batteries are dying on me, that's all. I wasn't in here, I wasn't bashing Metabo or anything. I think I've spoken very highly of Metabo. How about now? Can you hear me now? I don't know why I did that. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. I don't even know what I was talking about. What was I talking about, guys? Josh, can you run the Gen 4 drill with a spade bit? I am thinking about getting Gen 4. The Milwaukee? The 2904? This thing? What I'm going to do is I'm going to run this, and then I'm going to run the rigid right next to it. Okay? And then you can make your choice which one you're going to pick up. Remember, 5-year warranty, rigid, lifetime. Got to keep that in mind. And then I'll even run the Metabo one. Maybe I'll make Sayer happy. I don't know what I did to the guy. All right. So I'm just using this junk wood that feelings will be hurt if you run it next to rigid. I don't care. I'm just doing me, man. So this is the rigid. Very sensitive anti-kickback. I guess for a DIYer or PTPer, that's good. But for a professional, that may be a little annoying. This, it's not as sensitive anti-kickback, but it's still there. How big of a spade bit, Pine Tree? What, you want like 1 1/4 inch, 1 3/8, 1 1/2? What do you want? 1 inch? You tell me. All right, you want 1 1/2? We can do 1 1/2. Yeah, so do I, guys. It's super hard to chuck up drills, show tools, and keep up with the comments. So if I missed it, just keep asking, okay? Because right now I got you angled down. I can't even see the comments really, okay? So this has got the Forge battery on it, 6 amp hour, speed 2 in drill mode. Actually, this, I was going to show you putting it through wood that I got a bunch of holes in it, but I don't want to do that because I want you to get an actual feel for it. So we'll just go through a 2x4 here. All right, first up, the Milwaukee. Remember, they're kind of cold. They are cold. They haven't been run, so. Probably should have did that a little bit further in. All right, now the rigid. Speed 2, and it's got the 8 amp hour 21700 cell battery on it. I don't know, you tell me. You tell me, guys. Oh my God. You want me to do it again? I'll do it again. Is the internet better? You got to remember, guys, I'm in my basement. We don't got the best internet here in Buffalo. We don't got the high-speed stuff like so many of you other guys do in other parts of the country. So it's kind of a joke, our internet around here. So here, Josh works a lot. He missed even my comments. Yeah, I'll save the money and buy. Okay, you guys are good? All right, here, I'll do it again. Here, I'll do it one more time so it's not all blurry. Up first, rigid. Okay, that was rigid. Up next, Milwaukee. I don't know, there wasn't that much difference there, guys. It don't matter. I'm just showing them. It don't matter. It really don't matter. They're both really kind of... They're almost brand new bits. So, they're very sharp, guys. I was just showing them to show them. I don't think she needs to tell me that there, Denny. I just think I have bad luck. I'm going to be honest with you. I have horrible luck, guys. So many tools brand new out of the box haven't worked. Batteries haven't worked out of the box, brand new. I've had very bad luck with this stuff, and it could very well be I'm just unlucky with this. I wasn't saying anything bad. I was just giving my observation of what has happened with some of these tools. If it was a DeWalt tool, I would have said the same thing. If it was a rigid tool, I would have said the same thing. But it wasn't. So, Josh, I got both rigid and Milwaukee, older stuff. So that's why I'm upgrading. Get the rigid high torque. It's cheaper. Here, you ready for this combo that you just saw with the 6 amp hour forged battery? This battery is $200. Okay? This drill is $219. This combo right here without a charger is $420. Okay? Now that's not saying you can't buy the combo with the 5 amp hour batteries for $299. But you may not get the same what you just saw there with the 5 amp hour. I'll get a 5 amp hour battery. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's pretend you're going to go buy the combo kit with the 5 amp hour battery and charger, okay? Let's just pretend. Yeah, like, was he mad because I didn't see his comments? I was trying to get stuff set up. I wasn't mad. Like, holy cow. Like, I'm trying to set stuff up and get the tools ready, and like, I wasn't ignoring anybody. I don't know why he did that. That's not cool. I don't know. I feel like I try to treat everybody pretty fair, fairly and with respect, and I don't know. I just don't like when people disrespect me for absolutely no reason. I hate it. It's one of my bugaboos. Yeah, but come on. That's kind of petty if you ask me. I don't know. It's just being petty at that point. All right. 5 amp hour battery. Let's see. Go over here. All right, you saw it stall there. It got through it, but you saw it stall, right? I didn't have the bit down good enough. Maybe that had something to do with it. Let's try it again. All right, that wasn't that bad. Let's try the rigid with the 4 amp hour battery. That's a 6. I know I got my 4 amp hour battery around here somewhere. It's probably in one of these tools. What's this? 2 max output. Huh. 8, 2, 4. Oh, it's on my nailer. Okay. Now this is what Milwaukee doesn't have, Pine Tree. They don't have a 4 amp hour. They don't have a 4 amp hour tabless battery. So we're going to try it with the 4 amp hour max output battery and then with the 4 amp hour tabless battery, okay? Milwaukee does not make a combo like with those batteries. All right, up first, max output regular battery. Yeah, Pine Tree, I see you. Just give me a minute. Let me do this first, and then you can answer, okay? Or you can ask then, okay? All right, 4 amp hour, max output. Okay, definitely stalled a little bit, but still got through it. Wow, it's like it takes this drill to another level, that battery. That battery takes it to another level. Takes it to another level. And you got to remember, you get the lifetime warranty, service agreement, whatever the hell somebody wants to call it. And don't listen to the people that say, oh, well, they don't honor it, because that's not true. That's just not true. You just got to register your tool within 90 days. All right, Pine Tree, go ahead. Fire away, brother. You're not checking mine either, but I don't get mad. You'll have to jumpstart the dead battery. No, it's not. It's not a jumpstart thing, Matthew. The cells have all gone bad in that one battery. I tried jumpstarting it. It didn't work. The cells are dead. I talked to Dr. Left Hand Thread about it. He kind of walked me through everything, and he told me that the battery's just done. You need new cells. All good, sir. All good, buddy. All good. Pine Tree, you had a question, buddy? Go ahead, fire away, brother. While I'm watching the chat here, okay? What up, Jamie? I was wondering what the size difference is between the Gen 4 and the subcompact rigid. It's a big difference. Since I got the subcompact one that I got to warranty, they're not even in the same class, Pine Tree. I mean, they're not in the same class. They're just two different tools, okay? This is the subcompact. Okay. This is the Milwaukee. It's just not, they're not even in the same class, brother. This couldn't do this. It can do it in speed 1, though. It can't do it in speed 2. Oh, great. Now my wife has a second husband. Good to know. I was just wondering. I appreciate you showing, Josh. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. I tell you what, if you're, and I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't had any issues with the durability of this 2904. Okay. And I do use it a fair amount. I haven't had any durability issues with this, but I do know a lot of people that have. I know Tactics have. I know Caleb Ross has had some issues, and I trust their opinion. So this has got some durability issues. This, not that I know of, this doesn't have any durability issues. Now, this has probably got the best power to weight ratio in the biz right now. Just saying it. It's about the same size front to back as the Rigid. The Rigid is just a little bit more beefier. And let's show this real quick. So this is the Metabo Gen 2. Metabo Gen 2 hammer drill. 36 volt. Okay? Oh, by the way, tomorrow, or in an hour and 15 minutes, is mine and Christina's 11th wedding anniversary. It's kind of crazy, huh? It doesn't seem like it's been 11 years, but somehow 11 years has gone by since we said I do. And I wouldn't want to be with anybody else and experience this crazy fucking life with anybody else but her, for various reasons. All right. Let's see. Fuck it. We're just going to do it in this. All right. Let's show the Metabo. Now remember, this Metabo only has the 2.5 amp hour battery. Yes, I said battery because I was watching that fucking drunk looking motherfucker the other day, and he is so stuck in my head with his stupid isms and his Milwaukee and all that stupid shit. Christina can't stand him. All right. Speed 2 drill mode. 1.5 inch. Yeah, cut out. Just before it broke through. It broke through. It broke through. This thing is a beast. It's a beast. And it's only got a half charged 2.5 amp hour battery. Straight beast. Straight beast. That's a sick drill. The only thing I've had an issue with this Metabo stuff is the batteries kind of going squirrely on me, and the chucks rusting out a little bit. You know, my tools aren't outside and the chucks are just rusting out. I don't know why that happens, but if you can get over that, it's definitely a very, very nice machine. Very nice tool. One of the best on the market, especially when you're talking about power to weight ratio. It's not that heavy. The ergonomics are awesome. It's just a dream to use. It's just a dream to use. Football's on tonight, on a Friday night. No wonder why nobody's in here tonight. Everybody's watching football. Cash, you better take the batteries out, babe. Sayer, you're allowed to be crabby. We still love you. Yes. All good, man. All good. All good, man. That have more power than the... The Metabo have more power than the 1007? I'm going to not answer that question yet. Because I'm waiting on a battery to come in that I think will take this drill to the next level. So I'm not going to answer that question yet because it wouldn't be fair because I only got a 2.5 amp hour battery on this thing, and the DeWalt, I don't have a 2.5 amp hour battery for the DeWalt. The lowest I could put on that is a 4 amp hour battery. Oh, I see. Isn't it crazy? You remember when football was on ESPN 2, 4, and 7? At least here in Buffalo. It was on NBC, CBS, ABC, and ESPN. Right? And anybody could watch it. Now you got to be subscribed to YouTube TV, fucking Hulu, fucking Peacock. I'm not going to lie, guys, it's gotten out of hand, and I refuse to, how do I say this? I refuse to support it. I just do. I just refuse to support that. It's billionaires fighting with billionaires over $1. And they're so greedy and they're so fucking far gone that it pisses me off, and it's made me kind of hate football. There was no bigger football fan than me. Trust me. Sundays and Mondays were strictly for football and nothing else. Now, I do other stuff while football's on. You know, I don't dedicate so much time to football. Maybe I'll watch a game a week, but that's about it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Sarah. That's why I'm holding off before I answer that question. Because that T-cell battery, I have a funny feeling is going to take this tool to the next level. Yeah, I know, Nick. Let's see, Souls. I have had the NFL Sunday ticket since it started. I would never get to watch the Falcons any other way. Well, I get that. And I had the Sunday ticket for about a decade. But these last 2 or 3 years, I have not gotten it. I'm sorry. The greed and the bullshit. To watch TV now, I gotta have 15 different streaming services. And you never know which one's being paid or not paid. It's just a fucking fuckery. I just want to pay a cable bill, right? I just want to pay a cable bill, watch my TV when I want to watch it, and have it easy to find the games. When me and Christina go to watch something, it takes a half hour to find something to watch. Because you got to go sign into this service or that service or this. It's become so fucking stupid. I can't stand it. Has nothing to do with that, Souls. Has nothing to do with that. You're a Falcons fan. What are you talking about? Souls. Hey, buddy. At least we've been there and done that. Y'all blew the biggest lead in Super Bowl history. Just remember that. And my team beat that same team twice in the Super Bowl. So what if the Falcons had Mike Vick and Matt Ryan? By the way, fuck Mike Vick. He's a dog-killing piece of shit, and I will never, ever fucking support anybody or anything that has anything to do with Michael Vick. Never. He could go fucking fly a kite for all I care. It is, isn't it? Pine Tree, it's so stupid. Like, It's billionaires fighting with billionaires, and then millionaires fighting with billionaires, all over the same dollar, and it's never enough. And $16 billion in revenue is never enough, and they need more, and they need more, and they need more. And guess who suffers? The hardworking sap that works 70 hours a week, and all they want to do is come home and relax and watch a football game. But they can't, because they got to stream to this fucking thing, or that thing, or this thing, or that thing. It's out of hand. So I choose to not watch. If more people did that, maybe football would start being football again and not two-hand touch too. Listen, you're a Falcons fan, Souls. You have no room to talk. You guys had like Jeff George at quarterback for a decade. Like, absolutely nowhere to talk as a Falcons fan. Your greatest player of all time in your franchise's history is probably Matt Ryan, but then after that is probably Andre Rison. Okay? So, if you're going to argue over who has the better history in football, the Atlanta Falcons or the New York Giants, you are going to lose that argument 100 times out of 100, brother. Jeff George used to fight with his fucking head coach on Monday Night Football. Y'all had Jerry Glanville as your head coach. Jerry Glanville. Come on, bro. Come on. The Atlanta Falcons claim the fame. Michael Vick was not that good. I'm sorry, he wasn't. He was a running back playing quarterback, bro. He was not a great quarterback. He just wasn't. And it has nothing to do with him killing dogs. He was never a great quarterback. Not until he got to Philadelphia, and 1 year Andy Reid got him to throw the ball a little bit better. But then after that, that went away too. Yeah. Yeah, you and everybody else says that, but you know what? 2 Super Bowl rings, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and beating the greatest team of all time says otherwise. And he will be in the Hall of Fame. I highly doubt Matt Ryan or Michael Vick or any Falcon anytime soon is going in the Hall of Fame, Souls. Just saying. You're going to lose this argument. So you just keep digging a hole, digging a hole. Eli Manning beat the 76 Dolphins? No, the greatest team ever was the 2007 New England Patriots, and you goddamn well know it. Stop. Stop. The Dolphins also only had a 14-game regular season. So you can't compare different eras like that. You understand the game changes over time, different rules, different stuff, just like you can't compare Tom Brady to Otto Graham. You got to compare people within their time that they played. You can never compare Michael Jordan to Wilt Chamberlain. You just can't. There were 2 different eras. Yeah, that's great. That's very great, Souls. And the only reason why that happened is because Eli Manning nutted up and fucking beat him. So once again, you just keep giving me stuff to throw back at you. Name me something Matt Ryan's ever won, or Michael Vick, or any Falcons quarterback. Oh yeah, nothing. Big zero. Oh fuck no, I am not a LeBron lover. And the fact that people call him the greatest of all time makes me want to puke. That fucking guy can go get fucked. No, he wasn't. That was a catch all day long, Denny. Stop. Okay, what happened 4 years later? What happened 4 years later after the miracle helmet catch? Guess what Eli did? He dropped it in a bucket to Mario Manningham, double covered down the sideline, marched the Giants down the field again to win Super Bowl 46 against the same team. I find it funny you seem to like the Giants because they won a Super Bowl. Bro, you don't know me, bro. I've been a Giants fan my entire life. It's tattooed on my fucking arm. This has been tattooed on my arm long before the Giants won a Super Bowl. Before they won Super Bowl 42 or 46, these tattoos were on my arm. Just saying. Yeah, like Souls, you don't know. You don't know. You think I'm a fair weather fan or something? I'm definitely not. I could tell you every Giants player from the last 75 fucking years. Oh, here we go. Here's the excuses. Here's the excuses. Okay, sure. I take Phil Simms, Y.A. Tittle, Eli Manning over 3 other Falcons quarterbacks any day of the week. Any day of the week. Josh, what about the Packers? Think they are good or not? I really don't care. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care. You know what I mean? Packers are always kind of good. You know what I mean? But neither was Matt Ryan, Souls. Neither was Michael Vick. Neither was Chris Chandler. Yes, honey. The Packers are the one that's owned by the fan base. Yes, there's no owner. There's a president and all that type of stuff. No, he didn't, Souls. You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. That just shows me you don't know what you're talking about. Phil Simms, Jeff Hostetler would have never saw the field if Phil Simms didn't blow out his knee because Bruce Smith tackled him below the knees late in 1990. Okay? The Giants were 10-0. They were the best team. They had the best record in football when Simms went down and Hostetler came in. And Hostetler proceeded to go 3-3 the rest of the way. We ended up being 13-3. And Hostetler got, the Giants got lucky against the San Francisco 49ers when LT stripped the ball from Roger Craig and we kicked the game-winning field goal at the end there. And then wide right happened. There's no way Jeff Hostetler would have ever started over Phil Simms if Simms did not blow out his knee at the end of that year. Who knows? Maybe the Giants go undefeated that year. Who knows? We'll never know. But it doesn't matter because they ended up winning the Super Bowl. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's going on here? I think the drill just broke. I'm not even shitting you. Look. Oh, God. My heart stopped. All right, it's good. It just got stuck. Why do you think he started, Souls? He started because Simms was still injured. But then when Simms was healthy, he came back, and then the Giants traded Hostetler to the fucking Raiders the next year. And then the Raiders got dog-walked by the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game that year, 51-0. So I know my shit, Souls. I know my shit. So what if he was coked out of his mind? Who gives a fuck? I could go name 100 players that were on something, but they were great. Who cares? Your quarterback, Mike Vick, fucking killed dogs to get off, to have fun. I'd rather take a coked out motherfucker any day of the week than some guy taking dogs and fucking killing them just to get his marbles off, to have fun with his fucking buddies. Just saying, there is no lower form of human being than a person like that. Souls, I'm not having this argument with you. Yep, they will. No, we're not talking about politics. No. Definitely not talking about politics. I hate politics, by the way. I hate them. I think they're all lying, cheating motherfuckers that just another millionaires fighting with millionaires to support their own fucking craziness. Souls, I don't think you know what you're talking about, but okay. Yeah, and what did Hosteller do after that? He didn't do jack shit. He didn't do jack shit. Just saying. Well, it's because I know what I'm talking about. When I know, what I saw, I know I'm right. So that's just who I am. No, Sims retired in 1993. Him and LT retired after the 1993 season. They were 11-5, and they lost to the Dallas Cowboys in the divisional round game in the playoffs on a last-second field goal that the Cowboys made. Dan Reeves was the head coach because Bill Parcells retired after Super Bowl 25. He retired a few months before the next season, and they hired Dan Reeves as the head coach. Had nothing to do with Phil Simms. It had everything to do with fucking Dan Reeves. You don't even know what you're talking about. He played from 79 till 93. That's 14 years. He didn't just retire. He played a 14-year career back in an era where they tried taking your fucking head off every play and there was no rules against it. I really wish the den of fucking dicks would pop in and tell us his attorneys were watching. That would be fun. What do you want?
Why don't you show them how much you like your headlamp?
Why?
Because then you'll stop talking about football that nobody gives a shit about.
Okay, you ready? Look. You ready? Sure he was. You know Phil Simms had more passing yards than Jim Kelly? Phil Simms has 2 Super Bowl rings. Phil Simms has a Super Bowl MVP. Phil Simms has the highest completion percentage of any quarterback to ever play in a Super Bowl. And let's be honest, there's very few teams that didn't have really good defenses that won the Super Bowl. Let's be honest. Remember Peyton Manning with the Broncos, the best offense in NFL history, right? What happened? The best defense that year mollywopped them 40-something to nothing. Just saying. It takes a team. It's just not one person. It's not one person that wins the Super Bowl. Tom Brady didn't win all them Super Bowls. The New England Patriots won them Super Bowls. Their defense was so good in the early years before Tom Brady became Tom Brady, throwing all these touchdowns and shit. that them first couple of Super Bowls were because of Bill Belichick and Bill Belichick's defenses. Who makes the light? That would be Milwaukee. It's a hard hat light. I don't got it adjusted, but it goes on there like that. There's little clippies that can clip to the hard hat. I got it in my toolbox, but yeah. It's got different settings. Why won't it do it? Well, it's acting up on me, but whatever. And you charge it right here. It's a USB charge thing. Yeah, but what ended up happening, Souls, he didn't end up winning it. And you're talking about all these passing yards and touchdowns. Let's be honest. You can't compare Matt Ryan's touchdown passes and yards to Phil Sims's. The game got so soft here the last 15 years that fucking garbage quarterbacks were throwing for 300 yards a game. Come on. You know it. You know it. Get the flex batteries? Mike Carey called holding on all long passes by New England. Watch the... Oh, my God. Whatever. What are you, from New England or something, Denny? You from Massachusetts? Sure. Whatever you say, Souls. At the end of the day, he didn't win shit. He didn't do shit. He was just average, in my opinion, who had one outstanding year. One outstanding year does not make a career. That's all I'm saying. Five free timeouts? Okay. All right. Sure. It was the ref's fault. That's the patented thing. It was the ref's fault. Does anyone make a headlamp that you can replace the strap when it gets worn out? Oh, that's a good question. Maybe Souls knows. Once again, Souls, you're talking about passing yards in an era where everybody was passing for fucking 4,000 yards a year. When back in the day, John Elway was passing for 3,000 yards. Jim Kelly was passing for 2,900 yards. And those were considered some of the best quarterbacks of that era. Hell, Jim Kelly had the K-gun offense. So you're going to compare Jim Kelly's numbers to Matt Ryan's? You can't. You just can't. You can't play the numbers game, dude. You got to compare them in their fucking era. It's like taking a fucking 35-year-old DeWalt tool and comparing it to the 1007 with a tabless battery. Come on, bro. I don't care about Barkley walking. I don't care. You never pay a running back that much money. It always backfires on you. Yeah, the Eagles had a really good team already. The Eagles had a great team. And if he was the one missing piece, then it makes sense to sign him. But we needed so much help across the board, it didn't make sense to pay a running back all that money when the offensive line in front of him was dog shit. So I'm not that mad about the Barkley thing. I never have been. Yeah, did I want him to stay? Of course you want a great player to stay. But in the end, we'll see how that all works out in the end. We'll see. Because you won't know for a few years how that all works out. Once you look at everybody, that whole trade and how everything went down and what we acquired because we didn't have to pay Barkley. Oh, You're such a weak-minded individual, Souls. Such a weak-minded individual. Good. I didn't say anything about it. I could care less. Yeah, but guess what, Souls? You're talking about people having Super Bowl rings in this decade? No Atlanta Falcon has ever had a Super Bowl ring, so in any decade. So you can't really stand on that. You're just making it too easy for me. Josh, out of all the brands, what battery is the easiest to get off? I think they're all pretty easy. I really don't have a problem. Flex batteries are pretty easy to get off. I never really have a problem with flex batteries. They're all pretty easy. They're not really that hard. "2011, Souls. 2011. Why are we talking about this?" I'm not a Falcons fan because they win. I actually choose a team I like in spite of them winning. What are you talking about? I was a Giants fan when we had Dave Brown at quarterback. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about. If you're calling me a fair-weathered fan, then you got your facts completely fucking turned upside down. I can't pin your comment. I don't know how to. Guys, I just don't know how to, Juan. I tried. I don't know how to, buddy. I click on it, and it says to fucking go into a browser somewhere. So, I don't even know how to pin your comment. So, I may not be able to do it. I can't do it on my phone, I don't think. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. I've been on now for over 2 hours, and I got to go eat something. All right, so we'll end with this. Thanks for coming in and spending the last couple of hours with me. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Merch store. If you can, make my wife happy. Order some merch. It's really good. It's nice stuff. I mean, it fits me really nice. I was worried about it not fitting me. It fits nice. So, go hit up the merch store. It'll make Christina really happy. And thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next Friday at 9 o'clock, all right? Talk to you later. Oh, and Souls, Phil Simms is better than any quarterback that the Falcons ever had. Bye.